What is up, YouTube? It's your host, Omar, creator of the Passionate Few podcast. Just wanted to reach out to you guys today from beautiful Laguna Beach, California. You guys can check out the sunset. And today I want to talk to you guys about my top 3 tips that I've learned from interviewing almost $10 billion worth of entrepreneurs, all right? So number 1, I want you to encourage you to grab a paper and a pen, write this down. Research shows that if you write it down, you retain information a lot better, almost 80% better. Tony Robbins talks about that. But anyways, number 1, the number 1 concept that I've learned from sitting down with people like Grant Cardone, Ed Mylett, the billion-dollar creator of Patron Tequila, and co-founder of Paul Mitchell Hair Solutions. You know them from the shampoo and conditioner, Paul Mitchell, and tons more. And whether you've seen the channel before, again, welcome back. But if you haven't, this is your first time tuning in, just want to show you guys some love again. My name is Omar Elattar, host and creator of the Passionate Few podcast, entrepreneur, digital marketer, interviewer, podcaster, and passionate dude, just like you passionate guys and gals. Anyways, on the channel, The Passionate Few, it's my mission to humanize greatness, one story at a time, one interview at a time. And here's what I've learned from 10 billion so far. Number 1, they all have a powerful, compelling reason as to why they had to make their vision a reality, okay? So number 1 is they have a powerful why. They have a powerful why. So you might want to jot this down in your notes. And however you choose to verbalize it, I think a why is the best way to explain it to somebody who, everybody interprets things differently. But what I mean by a powerful why is a compelling reason, a hot, compelling reason that is so much more intensifying with the fire inside than the logical, tactical steps on how to get there. A lot of times the logical, tactical steps won't be there on your journey to success, and you're gonna have to rely on emotions, things like courage, determination. And that's why if you ask successful people like, hey, what's your best advice? A lot of times you might be looking for specific takeaway steps, but then all they tell you is like, just don't give up or be determined. The reason that that's the common denominator and it's not something more specific, because it's honestly the truth. And if you think about it, when they tell you like determination or focus or clarity, whatever it is, it's true. It's the emotion of that that's got to be stronger than the uncertainty of, what do I do next when you get stuck on your journey to success? So that's number 1. They all have compelling reasons. They all have a powerful why. However you want to verbalize it, that's number 1. Now, number 2, and this is actually very interesting, very, very interesting. Number 2, you might want to jot this down. They all had clarity. They all had clarity. So number 2 is that clarity is power. Clarity is power. So whereas number 1 is more focused on the fact that they had a compelling reason, number 2's emphasis on clarity is that if you know with specificity what it is that you want, your brain at a conscious and subconscious level can go to work on getting it. It's just like if I tell you, hey, can you go grab that thing there on the shelf? It's very different than if I tell you, hey, can you go grab that second water bottle from the left with the yellow label on it? And because it's more specific, you're more likely to follow through than to just grab the right item. The same is true in life, the parallel. Oh, I want to make more money, right? Or I want my body to get in better shape. Or I want, maybe some focus in my business. Whatever it is, we all have different priorities at different areas, at different times of our life. And I'm not here to judge you on that. We're all on different, timetables, if you will, on that one. But what I do want to encourage you to realize is that when you have clarity, when you get specifically clear as to the exact number, the exact steps, the exact processes, the exact people you need in your business, whatever it is, the more clearly you're going to be able to get to the next step and get to the next step and get to the next step. And you might want to jot this down on that note. That is that I've learned that complexity is the enemy of execution. And so if you're too often running into, a system of kind of getting stuck, maybe you achieve certain things in your business or in your life, but then you hit a plateau and then you kind of stop, or then you fall off, or you lose momentum. What I would tell you is that a lot of times it's only 2 things that need to be shifted. And I've learned this in my own life, in my own business, as well as from these interviews, is that the only 2 things you can shift are perception or procedure. Perception or procedure. And by perception, I mean the way in which you are looking at the current challenge in your business, right? The way you are choosing to have perspective on it. So that's number 1. And number 2 is procedure, right? The tactical steps that you're going about trying to solve a problem or get to a finish line or a new financial goal or whatever it is in your life that is a goal at that time. So procedure and perspective. Those are the only 2 things that you can alter. So again, these are the top 3 tips that I've learned from $10 billion worth of entrepreneurs. Hope you guys enjoyed Number one, they all had a powerful why, a compelling reason. And number two, that clarity is power. That the more specific and the more clear you are on your goals, the more likely your subconscious and conscious brain are going to be able to devise a plan to systematically get there. It's really that simple. That's the secret that everybody asks about later. And I've learned that because I've sat down with these people because I had that question, much like you guys who, want to know these answers. And that's probably why, if you guys, subscribe to the channel, it's a whole bunch of interviews with amazing people who've gone from rock bottom to rock star in their own life or their business. And it's something I'm passionate about. I know you're probably interested in. A lot of my coaching clients are interested in the same thing. And yeah, I've recognized those two patterns. Now, number three, and again, I would encourage you guys to write these down. So whether it's on a paper or pen, in the notes in your phone, wherever it is, I would encourage you to jot this down. By the way, how beautiful is Laguna Beach right now? Wanted to come out here and share these 3 tips somewhere beautiful. Figured what better place than my favorite city on earth. How beautiful is that? It's unbelievable. All right, guys, now number three, my number 3 tip. And although this one sounds simple, I want to encourage you to really think about it deeply, because I guarantee you, no matter where you're at in your life or your business, if we're all honest, we all humble ourselves to learn. And I've seen this at every level. Number 3, you must be willing to adapt. To succeed, you must be willing to adapt. And what I mean by that is that whatever it is that you're on a journey for, whether it's more money, whether it's a bigger business, whether it's an ideal partner, whether it's a spiritual quest, right? Whatever it is that's in your focus, and chances are more often than not, if you're a fan of this channel, you got maybe all these things going, or maybe money's like the number 1 focus. Whatever it is, totally fine. I'm not here to judge that. Again, I'm just here to share with you the strategies that I've seen work and have learned from some of the best on the planet, because it would be selfish of me to see the amazing lessons I'm learning from all these people and not share it with you guys. But number 3 is that to succeed, you must be willing to adapt. So whatever it is that you're pursuing, there's gonna be things that don't go according to plan. If you're on a fitness journey, you're gonna miss a day or two. Your cheat meal is gonna turn into a cheat day or a cheat weekend. Your business goal isn't gonna be hit the first month, and so now you're not on track for the next 6 months. Whatever it is, maybe you have a partner that quits on you, or maybe someone steals your idea, right? Or whatever it is, there's gonna be a whole series of pivots. And so that's the number 3 thing I've learned, is that although there's so many different stories, the common denominator, and I love it, the best way to put it, it's a common denominator that I've seen from many of the world's top achievers. And Floyd Mayweather puts it perfectly when he says, a true champion must always adapt. A true champion must always adapt. For example, when you look at the fight that Floyd Mayweather had with Conor McGregor, check out this analogy. But when you look at the fight that Floyd Mayweather had, somebody who's a top world-renowned boxer, 50-0, no losses, 50 wins, and you have somebody like Conor McGregor, unbelievable in the UFC, they go head-to-head, and you see that during that fight, although Conor had a lot of explosive firepower in the beginning, it was his lack of endurance throughout the rounds that allowed Floyd to take over and win the fight. And if you ask both Floyd and Conor, they'll tell you that the reason Floyd won, aside from the endurance, is that Floyd changed his fighting approach. He started off very defensive to let Floyd, tire himself, and then later he came more on the offense. And also he switched his stance to leaning in with his head to chest. And so that threw Conor off, that he adapted his plan so many times. Now, although that's one example, whether you're a boxer or not, the same is true in life, is that a true champion must always be willing to adapt and stay, flexible in approach, but consistent in outcome. So those are the top 3 things that I've learned from interviewing $10 billion worth of entrepreneurs, whether it's the billion-dollar founders of Quest bars like Tom and Lisa Bilyeu, upcoming episodes we have, like I said, Grant Cardone, Ed Milet, law of attraction expert Lisa Nichols. I've seen these strategies work at high levels, at every level, to be honest with you, including my own life. So just want to hop on here, share that with you guys. Again, my name is Omar Elattar, host and creator of the Passionate Few podcast. And whether this is your first time tuning in or you enjoy the interviews, I want to encourage you to stay tuned. So many exciting new things coming up in 2019. Freaking love you guys. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Check out all the cool stuff we have in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, stay strong, live with passion. Smash that subscribe. Peace.